Dear viewer, whoever you may be, I'm about to be very vulnerable with you. I hope that's alright. I'd say, like many people, I'm afraid of being alone. Ending up with no one, losing all contact with friends, something along those lines. And those fears have been getting to me more recently, but that's why I'm making this video. I want a video that reminds me, and other people, whoever might need it, that no matter how alone you feel, there's always someone else that you're connected to, that you can reach out to in your life. It sounds incredibly corny, because almost all inspirational videos say, you're never alone. But really, you're never alone. Before I get into all that, I want to tell a story real quick. Recently, I went home on the train, and my seat next to me was open, and a man sat down in it. And we got talking about college, what I think of college, how his son's in college, and how much he likes it, and all sorts of stuff like that. But something that really resonated with me was, he told me, if there's one piece of advice I can give to young people, it's that you feel so much more alone than you actually are. And that was pretty eye-opening for me. I started looking at my life a bit more, looking at the connections I've made. And I realized there's so many people that I've connected with in my life. When I got back home, I hung out with friends. I hung out with family. I went to a couple gatherings, and I realized how many people I've made connections with in my life. How many people I love to see smile and who make me smile just as much. And how many people I'm so grateful to have in my life. Gratitude's such an important thing, but I feel we forget it a lot. But I also wanted to let these people know how much I care about them and remind them of the connection that we have. So I sat all these people down and I asked them to tell me a story about the two of us that makes them smile. And I can't even describe how much more connected that made me feel with these people. Some of them told stories that I was surprised they even remembered. And I loved those moments, and I loved remembering them. Really, it just made me realize how connected I am with other people, and how I might feel alone sometimes, but I am not alone in the slightest. None of us are. We've all got connections with people. Even if it's with random people you meet on the train, who you may never see again, you still have connections with other people. And I thought that was amazing. Now, after they'd all told their story about us, I told them all to close their eyes, and I in return told them a story that I remembered about us. For some, it was about how I met them and thought they were so cool, and knew that I wanted to be friends with them more than anything in the world. For my sister, it was about how glad I am that she's in my life and how I feel so connected with her. For my boyfriend, it was about the night that I asked him out, and how it's still one of my favorite nights of all time. And all these different people who I had different experiences with, it just made me realize how grateful I am. And as much as your brain wants to convince you that you're alone, you're really not. Really not at all. You're connected with so many people in your family, your chosen family, your friends, strangers you meet on the train. So this is just a little video. A reminder for anyone who needs it. You're not alone. Just look around you. Look in your contacts. Reach out to someone you haven't reached out to in a while. Say, hey, I'm glad to have you in my life. It's crazy what that can do.